Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with my Wax and Home Fragrance Empties for the month of January 2019. I have quite a bit going on this month in terms of empties, so I'm just going to jump right in and get started. And I'm going to start with my Bath & Body Works 3 Weeks candles. The first one that I used up is my last fresh balsam that I got for 75% off at the summer SAS last year. And this is the 2015 packaging, and it's also a 2015 manufacturing date because I did check before I bought them. I love fresh balsam, and I'm actually finding that I can enjoy fresh balsam really almost any time of year. Spring, not so much, but summer, fall, winter, definitely too. It says, breathe in the invigorating fragrance of snow-dusted balsam, fir trees, and eucalyptus leaves. I always had real Christmas trees growing up, so this just makes me think of that, and I love it. I will continue to repurchase fresh balsam. It is one of my staples every single year. The next one that I used up is one that I bought at Candle Day. This is Fresh Bamboo, and it was original to 2008, but I have never owned or burned a Fresh Bamboo before, so I wanted to try it out this year. It says, originally launched in 2008, enjoy a BBW favorite blend of sweet bamboo, lush jasmine, and wild grasses. Now, you guys know that grassy is my bag. Like, I love it, but something about Fresh Bamboo just did not sit well with me. It's just really heavy, and it smells almost like vegetables. I don't know, something about it is just a little wrong to me. So I'm glad that I tried it, and it's a fun label. I'm glad that they brought it back for Candle Day, and if they bring it back next year, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna be mad either. I can appreciate the break from everything else you would find at Candle Day, but personally, I think I can just smile and nod and pass this on next year. So glad I tried it, but I'm kind of done with it. The next one that I used up is also one that I purchased at Candle Day. This is Hot Buttered Rum. Generally, not really my thing, but I was having a Carpe Diem moment during Candle Day for the entirety of the day. So I picked up a whole bunch of stuff that I really haven't tried before. And it says Dark Buttered Rum, Warm Caramel, Mulling Spice, and Vanilla Bourbon. So yeah, it's just kind of like a heavy, foodie fragrance. I don't feel like I need to hoard this, but I may or may not buy another one next year. So do I absolutely have to have it? No. But if I'm finding that I need to get to a coupon or I like it and it's there, whatever, I might go for it. Next one that I purchased is from the White Barn Corp, but I did buy this during Candle Day. This is the Black Cherry Merlot. I haven't burned one of these in quite a while, so I decided to pick one up. And the notes are dark cherry, black raspberry, and sumptuous Merlot. So I'm not a red wine drinker, but every once in a while I can get down with some black cherry Merlot. So I don't know, I think I just prefer it in the soap more because I just didn't really like my entire apartment smelling like black cherry Merlot. So it was okay, I'm not mad at it, but I probably won't repurchase it in a candle anymore. And the very last one that I finished up in January that I purchased from Candle Day is Salted Caramel from last year. It says roasted chestnuts, caramelized sugar, and spiced rum. So kind of like Hot Buttered Rum. Definitely like a heavy, foodie type fragrance. This one is a little bit more edible to me, and I enjoyed it a little bit more, so I may purchase this one again next year, but probably again just one. So good, would repurchase it, but wouldn't hoard it. And the very last Bath & Body Works candle that I used up is just a wee little baby, and this is a I don't know what they're called. Mini candle, I guess, in Atlantic High Coconut. So the date of manufacture on this is 2014, the 20th day of 2014. So the reason why I have this is because if you guys follow my Instagram, Yellow Brick Expat, by the way, link it down below. The reason why I have this is because if you saw my Instagram, maybe a week or two ago, I purchased some exotic coconut body care from back in the day on eBay. And I was so happy that I won that auction. I was watching it very fiercely for a while. But yeah, I won it, and this was not part of the listing, but I got this little baby candle in that package of stuff, I guess. So I decided to go ahead and pop it into my candle crock because, what the heck. And yeah, I thought it was okay. Like, Lanikai Coconut is the predecessor, in my opinion, to Honolulu Sun. I don't really jive with Honolulu Sun because while I like coconut fragrances, I like them to be edible, whereas Honolulu Sun to me is almost kind of like soapy. So yeah, I'm not really jiving with that, but it was kind of nice to just like get this in my little package that I bought. It was enjoyable for the time being, but like with this and Honolulu Sun, like you will not see any more of that from me. All right, so that is it for my Bath & Body Works candles. I also purchased a Bath & Body Works wax melt from the SAS. This is in Vanilla Bean Marshmallow. I just purchased this because it just happened to be in the 75% off bin. So it rung up full price, and then I asked for it to be honored at 75% off, and they did, so I just picked this one up. I really like Vanilla Bean Marshmallow. I have it in a candle, so I'm satisfied only having one of these. I thought it was fine, but I don't feel like there was anything exceptional about this wax melt where I like really want to go buy more of them. So I actually popped the entire thing into a warmer at once, and it lasted a few days, and then it was done. So I would buy it at 75% off if I found fragrances I wanted, but beyond that, I'm not going to be tempted to buy these. Speaking of wax melts, I also finished up 2 from Walmart, both in Sensationals. I finished up a duo in Grilled Pineapple and Island Melon Coconut. I really enjoyed this one, and so you will actually find that I have repurchased a couple of these. These will be in my empties again. And also I finished up Country Living. So this one is definitely, it says fresh air and orchard apples. It is not like a Macintosh apple, like the fresh Mac apple or whatever. They have, I think it's what, Better Homes and Gardens that does like a fresh Mac apple, and it's red. This is a distinctly different fragrance. You definitely get the air and orchard. Like there's something kind of like green and woody about this that I really enjoyed. So it wasn't like the best wax melt I have ever had in my life, but I definitely would repurchase this. All right, so now I just have my Yankee melts, and then we'll be done. The very first one that I finished up is something that I purchased during the Yankee SAS and melted it in my classroom. This one is the Cafe Al Fresco. You guys know that since I teach 8th grade this year, I teach kiddos who are at that point where they think coffee is cool, and they love this one. They love it when the classroom smells like Starbucks. So I like it too. So it works out well for all parties. So yeah, I have more of these. You will find them in my upcoming empties too. I also used up one in Berrylicious, another favorite with my kids and me. Dark berries, edible, very nice and tasty. Love it. I used up one with in Cherries on Snow. I feel like it's kind of just like a medicinal artificial cherry. I've had this a couple times, but it's not one of my favorites, so I might repurchase it if I find it for like almost nothing at an SAS. Like I found this for almost nothing at an SAS, but it really isn't one of my favorites. I just pick it up because it is pretty kid friendly. The next one that I used up is a votive that I chopped. It is in Red Raspberry. Again, sugary, sweet, one of my favorites, popular with me and my kids. I finished up a Sunflower Fields. I used this up in my apartment because this one is not kid friendly. I decided to try it because I really enjoy Yankee's Sunflower, and I used to melt and burn a lot of those. So yeah, I decided to pick this one up, but it is different. This one is much more like cologne-y, if that makes sense. I didn't really love it, so while I'm not mad that I tried it, I would not repurchase this one. I also used up a votive in French Countryside. This is always a good one to me. My kids are kind of like hit and miss because it's a floral, but I really enjoy it, and I do continue to melt it not only in my apartment but also in my classroom. I also finished up a Vineyard. I've got a few more of these, by the way, in my classroom right now, so you will see these in coming months too. I really like it. Most of my kids like it too. It's one that I liked for several years, so it'll always be in my stash, if you will. Will repurchase. One that I will not be repurchasing is chocolate layer cake. So I have burned chocolate layer cake before, like in a full-size large candle. By the way, it's been my experience that chocolate layer cake tends to be one of Yankee's strongest fragrances. I know that doesn't say very much, but you can definitely smell chocolate layer cake when it's burning. So I melted this in my classroom because I've melted it in my classrooms before, like back in Kansas. My high schoolers were pretty divisive over it, but my middle schoolers absolutely hated this. I did not hear the day that I melted this like anybody say that they liked it, but I did get a few complaints from my kids about this. So while I personally don't really mind it, I'm not going to melt this in my classroom anymore because I just don't want to deal with that anymore. So yeah, would not repurchase for my classroom, but like maybe if I saw it at an SAS for like nothing, I might buy it for myself. And the last melt that I went through in January is a new one. I think it's new from either this year or last, I don't know, like kind of recent-ish, is Sicilian lemon. So I generally get kind of fussy about lemon fragrances because I feel like there's a very fine line between fresh and cleaner, but I thought this one was pretty good. I have a few of these, so you'll see these in upcoming months, but while it's not my favorite, I would repurchase these, especially for my classroom when I want something kind of fresh and fruity. So that is it for my wax and home fragrance empties for the month of January 2019. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at YellowBrickExpat. Mentioned it before, same way it's spelled down here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.